Then, you followed Jake in the making of Stuffer. Are you attracted to writing, directing, or producing your own project?
I mean, I think in the future, yeah, it's not really something I'm focusing on right now. I think I'd love to produce because I think that's the real way you can get stories that you want told to be told. As far as directing, I don't really have any desire to do that right now. Writing, I mean, I write some things, but usually just for myself. I don't know if I would write something that I would want to be produced or anything like that. I like acting. If Jake wants to cast me in anything, the next thing you write. No, one day maybe, but right now I think I'm gonna focus on acting.
That would be great to see you in something produced and written by Jake.
No, I mean, I've thought about that. I absolutely thought about that.
I almost got the role as the woman who was coming back. Actually.
It was just a different choice.
Yeah, but you cut your hair.
Yeah, I cut my hair. I had the long hair, and it was gonna happen, but somebody else got it.
Yeah.
I have a question from Ben. How did you manage the shooting of both these projects, As the World Turns and your movie?
I think it was more difficult for Dan. I mean,
Yeah, it was.
It was a 4-day shoot. He had a whole month.
I had a month-long shoot, and at this point, I wasn't on contract on As the World Turns anymore, so I was able to do it. I think if I was still on contract, there would have been no way, because I shot the entire movie, and then had to go back and shoot all the episodes that I missed from As the World Turns while I was shooting the movie. So that's a good. I mean, I wasn't in all 20 episodes, but that was 20 episodes worth of material. So the next week, I was at As the World Turns all week, going back and shooting, and I had at that point, my mind was gone, and I had no idea what had happened before on As the World Turns, what was happening later, because I was shooting certain scenes that were in continuity and certain ones that were from 3 weeks before, and I went a little mad, but I'm better now.
Would you do it again?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I have the option anymore because the show's canceled. But if the show wasn't canceled, definitely. I really loved having other things to work on besides As the World Turns. I think that one always complements the other and teaches you more about what other, like I did a couple plays while I was doing As the World Turns and did this film, so it was really, really rewarding for me to be able to do other projects and still stay on soap.
Do you have other projects right now? Acting or something else?
No, my project is coming to France.
That's a great project.
It's a fantastic project.
What medium appeals to you the most? TV, big screen, theater?
I mean, I'd love to do it all. I think what always I just want to keep doing new things.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's not necessarily the genre that you're in, but what the story is and what the feel of the project is. That's more important to me than if it's in theater or on film or on TV. Just having something that you can connect to, and that's something that's new and that's exciting for you.
And what genre would you like to explore next? Comedy, romance, action?
Comedy.
No, I think I'd like to. I think comedy is great. It's a huge challenge. I always love that quote. I forget that was a famous comedian said on his deathbed, "Dying is easy, but comedy is hard." Yeah, I don't remember who said that, but yeah. So, I mean, I'd love to do it all. So whatever comes next, really.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever auditioned for primetime series?
For primetime series? Yeah.
Which ones?
Which ones?
I don't like to discuss the roles I haven't gotten.
I mean, lots of them. You audition, I think primarily what actors in the States audition for most is primetime television, so.
Whatever has gone on in the past year, chances are, at some level we were not approached,
I think you lost
really?
Did I lose this?
No, you got it.
I mean, you know, there's a lot that you go out for, so.
Yeah, I mean, most actors go out for at least 10 times more things, at least, than they get.
And most of those things don't even make it.
Yeah.
I went out for several things that never even aired.
Yeah.
Pilots.
And I remember at the time I was like, oh, I want this. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm glad I didn't get it because nothing happened. But, you know.
How far would you be willing to go for a role? For example, would you gain or lose a lot of weight, shave your head, learn a language?
If I could learn a language, yeah. I would do any of those. I mean, if it involves gaining or losing weight, I would hope that there would be somebody there to help me get back to my normal state afterwards. Usually they do have people, they have trainers or nutritionists or stuff help you with that. I'd shave my head.
I mean, I can think of very little I would have.
Yeah, I do it all.
Have you ever been afraid of being typecasted when you first took these roles because of your homosexuality?
No, and I think that what has been coming since this role has kind of established that there's no fear of that, or there should be none.
Yeah, I wasn't worried for a second.
So there's not one of you cancelled right now?
Mm-mm.
No.
What comes to mind when you watch yourself on TV?
God, I'm good looking.
That comes to everybody's mind here.
Usually stupid things come to my mind when I watch myself. Sometimes I'm like, okay, that was good, but a lot of times I'm like, you know.
Have you seen a number of dailies from your film?
I did, but I
So I'm sure something different comes to your mind
Yeah.
when you see that.
Well, doing the film, because you'd see a daily and you'd see what you're doing, you had more of a chance to be like, oh, I know I can make it better. I know what I can do. I know, you get these ideas, and since it's a film, you have, if you want, you have 10 takes, 11 takes, whatever, so you can play with it, and then, the editor will figure out, I guess, what's best.
Yeah, I think usually on the show, I'd be like, really? They went with that take?
Yeah.
We did a number of,
Or I'd be like on because on the show we don't really get to watch ourselves afterwards. We just watch it when it airs. And a lot of times it's like, mispronounced that word.
Yeah.
Yeah, stumbled that line. So.
So you can't watch it just like the audience and enjoy. You're always
Well, sometimes
thinking as a
you
critic.
can. Sometimes you can. I mean, I think if you have scenes that you're really proud of and that you enjoyed, and also I like watching the other actors, but I think it's always, you always watch yourself with a little bit of a critical eye.
Well, I think when people, I know it's always weird for people when they first come on the show, specifically the show, or like when people, when non-actors talk about seeing themselves, like, oh, isn't it weird to see yourself? And I think that's like a strange thing for people to think about at first, but I mean, once you've been doing it for a little while, it's not weird.
But I think the best thing that I could when you hear your voice on a telephone and you're like, I really sound like that? It's kind of like that times 10 is being on screen. It's like, because you see yourself and you see even just weird things you do with your hand that you don't realize that you're doing, so it's a good way of learning.